Hi everyone, I'm Karina.
And America, and today we're going to talk about the app that we created that it's called Math 101 for Dummies.
Okay, the main purpose of this app is to help people or kids that are learning basic maths uh, to practice more and learn better how to do addition, subtraction, divisions, and multiplications.
The general way it works is that the computer is going to give you a number in the terminal after you create an object and select the operation that you want to use. And so the computer is going to create a random problem for you to solve, and you will have the opportunity to type the answer in the terminal.
First, we're going to explain to you the code and then we're going to show you how it works.
Okay, so the first thing that we see here is these two lines that are import java.util.random and import java.util.scanner. These are two classes that we needed to import that already exist because we need them for the functionality of the program. Now we have the comment which describes what the class does, the author name, and the date in which we created it. Now we have the class, which is called operations, and we open curly bracket, and we have this comment, invisible comment here, which says that we instance variables, which means that we're going to create the variables that we're going to be using in the whole code. We have private int x and y, which means that we're going to use two variables that are type integer, and we have this variable that it's random, random equals new random, which is creating a new object named random of type random, which is where we enter the random class that we had up here. Now we have the constructor class, which is called operations, in where we initialize the variables to 0 so that we have a default value.
Now that we have the variables created, we have the methods. We started for the method for adding because it's the most simple operation, and we have the name, which is sum, and then we equalize the variables to random dot next int 21. This is because in here the the method is going to give random values for the variables for the two numbers to give you in the problem, and the 21, and we have a parameter of 21 because this is in a range. These operations will be in a range between 0 and 20. So we equalize those two variables, x and y, to the random dot next in 21. And then we create an object called keyboard of type scanner. And this is so that the user, this creates a box where the user can type the answer. Then we have system dot out dot print line, and here is where it tells you the instructions and the problem. It tells you solve the operation, and then x plus y, and then equals, and then a blank space. And then we have another system that out that print line, and it tells you where to enter the results, which is in the box below. Um, Looking at this, it means that we're going to be using the terminal, so you need to open it to see, well, all the whole problems. Then we have another object, which is called result of type integer, and it's equalized to keyword dot next int. This means that it will grab the value of what you typed, because after that, we're going to find a condition if, which says that if result equals x plus y, which means that if what you wrote equals the result of the operation, it's going to print correct. And then after that, it will run the method again and it will give you another problem. But if not, else, it's going to tell you incorrect, and it will give you what the correct answer is, and what the correct answer is, and the method will stop there. So if you want to keep practicing the sum, the addition, you need to go back and click again on the method.
Voy yo.
Sí, porque pues expliqué yo todo el método.
Que sí, no te callas.
Pues tú tampoco te callabas, me asustaste. Ah, ahí.
Quítate. Gracias. Now, this is basically me talking right. Que está mal.
Sí.
Es que me acabo de decirle. Ok, ya se acabó. And now we have the method for subtracting, which basically is the same as the method for adding. The only thing that changes is the operation. Here in the if, we have that it's x minus y instead of x plus y. And we have the same case for the multiplication. Here we have x times y instead of x plus y. And now where things are going to change a little are for the division. In here we have that our variables are going to be of type float. This means it's going to have a decimal. And we have the same, it's going to generate a random number between 0 and 20. And we have these instructions here in which it says that you can use up to 7 decimals.
Tiempo. Vuelve a decir, se arrancó las greñas.
Me dieron los piojos.
Vuelve a decir esto para explicar por qué es un 21. Nunca explicamos por qué es un 21.
Ok.
Pues
¿Cómo
todo lo
no?
del division, otra vez.
Ok. Pero es que como lo dije antes, ¿por qué dónde lo vas a cortar?
Desde que empezaste a decir now for the division, desde ahí.
Now for the division, it is an exception. Here we have things that are different. And here the variables are not integers, they are float because they will be using decimals because divisions between these numbers are going to be less than 1 or 1 point something. And we have the same, it generates a random number between 0 and 20.
Here the 21, here the parameter is 21 because the class random counts from 0 to the number n minus 1. So if you write a 20, it will only print the number 0 to 19. It will not print the 20, but you need it to print the 20. So you need to put a number bigger by 1 from the one that you want to use. So because, I'm sorry. So we put 21, and in 21 minus 1, it'll give us a 20. And that's how we can have the range that we want.
Now we keep going. We have the instructions that we'll print out in the terminal. And as you can see, we have the same here, result equals keyboard, but here we're using float, as I said before, because it uses decimals and it cannot use integers. It will, if it uses integers, it will only round up the results. Now we have here this line which says double total equals double math dot round and then parentheses x by y times 100 parentheses times 10 by 10. This is just so that we only have one decimal in the numbers that are being generated by the computer. It doesn't affect the result. It is only used for the numbers that will appear in the problem, so that you don't have numbers like 1.352 by 2.15. So there is only 1.0 by 2.0. And so that way it's easier, but the result will use decimals. Now we just go to the conditional if, and it's going to be the same as the other methods. It's going, if the result equals the operation, it's going to print correct, and then call to the method again and give you another problem if it is correct. If it is incorrect, it's just going to give you that it's incorrect and give the result.
Here, the float will print, or well, the float will give the number a result with a number of 7 decimals. So this is why in the instructions it tells you that you needed to write it with 7 decimals, because if you miss one, it'll tell you that it's wrong.
Okay, so now we're going to show how it works with the object. So we're going to go here and click right button, create a new object. And if we click here, we will have here the 4 methods that we want to use. We're going to go with the sum. And here it is the terminal. It tells me what I've been doing. And now solve the operation, 7 plus 0, which we put the correct answer, which is 7. And we have it's correct and gives us another problem. If we put this answer that is wrong, for example, 4 plus 13, let's put 15. It will tell me that it's incorrect and that it's 17, and in the loop it's closed. And now I just have to choose whatever other thing I want to do. For example, a multiplication or a subtraction.
And here we can see that it's telling us it's using another method. And now the problem, 16 I'm
Times.
sorry, times 6 is 76. After.
Bueno, se acaba de poner en ridículo la
No,
chamaquita.
la regaste.
Sí, pero pues es que no sé qué quieres hacer, la verdad.
Pues como que, ¿qué quiero hacer?
Pues sí, no sé qué estás pensando. No es como que puedes decir, ay, es esto.
Hay que volver a hacer todo lo de los objects, porque pues va a salir todo lo que ya he escrito en la terminal.
No me vas a ir.
Pues sí, pero aún así. O sea, de repente va a aparecer ahí un objeto.
Ah, ok. Pues nada más vuelve a abrir la ventana y ya.
Bueno, ok.
Ya tengo mi calculadora lista.
Muy bien, Eri. Okay, now let's go and see how it works with the object and the methods applied. We create an object with right click and right click here, and here we have the methods. We choose wherever we want to practice. Let's choose the sound method because it's the easiest one. And we have 11, well, it tells you the method, which is sum, and then it tells you solve the operation. 11 plus 15 tells you where to write your answer, which is right here, and then, well, you solve the problem, which is 26. Oh, yeah. And it tells you correct, and then it shows you another problem, 4 plus 2, 6, and then it goes on and on. But if you write, if you answer incorrect, for example, I don't know that, it'll tell you that it's not correct, and it will show you the result, and it'll stop right there. So if you want to keep practicing addition, you need to go again to the object and then write again the sum method. And if you multiplying, and then you keep on doing the operations, 300, and you keep practicing it. Always a 0.
Let's put this one wrong. Perfect.
And see, it's the same with all the operations. Well, the process is the same. The operation is just the one that changes for 0.000 now.
Now let's see with the division method. We have 12 over 13. It's a big decimal number. Let's put 0.92307.6. And as you can see, it is correct because we use the 7 decimals. Well, this is everything from our part. We hope you liked the app and understood how it works. And we hope you liked it.
We hope you like to use it to keep practicing on your basic math.
Thank you.
Bye.